We're back. We're not on the screen, but we could just ad-lib this. How's it going, Trevor?
Good, man. How are you?
Hey, 2014 Mr. Olympia Expo for the Mutant booth. You know the deal. 50th anniversary. You're screwing me up. Too many numbers in there. So how's it going, big man?
They did cut my head off. Oh, no.
Yeah. No one looking at your head anyways.
No, exactly.
You're not here for your pretty face. So how you doing?
Awesome. I love this stuff, man. This is a blast.
You're good with the kids. I see all the kids seem to wind up taking pictures with you.
It does take some warming up sometimes.
Yeah, no, but you're good. You have the skills, you know.
Yeah,
I just sort of like, I panic and think they're too fragile to be near. And if they get close, I like put my hands up. But you get right, you're like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I try not to let the panic show because that's when they attack.
They attack.
Yeah.
And certainly don't get cornered.
Yeah, no, I'm a little frightened. But I'm doing good.
Yeah.
So you are noticing even more recognition this trip, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I know. You know, for me, it's just a blast meeting all the people, whether they recognize us or not, whether they know the brand or not. Just chatting and visiting and seeing the kids and, you know, just having fun.
Yeah.
But it is certainly rewarding and a huge part of it when guys come up from all over the world and say that I'm an inspiration or motivation and they follow my stuff and see the videos and the Chaos series and like it's still you know, I don't really I haven't absorbed it all yet, but it's so cool.
You know, it's You're also a great example of getting a lot out of bodybuilding just because of your personality and your fact that you're a monster. Like, you're a huge guy, you know? You're bigger, probably the biggest frame, you know? I mean, well, Gabe's probably the biggest guy. But you're a giant guy on the team to have. And, you know, people in airports stop you for pictures.
Yeah, all the time. And, I mean, just recently, though, in New Orleans, and then here the first night, going out here by myself, waiting for you guys all to show up. And in both cases, guys that recognize me from the Chaos series on Bourbon Street stopped me for pictures. And that's new. Like that I'm still trying to get used to.
Yeah. No, you had a good year. Tell us about your year.
Yeah.
You know, you did 2 shows.
2 shows, and you helped me out with both of them.
I helped you out,
trained me, guided me, and leading up to that,
what I did was I Googled and then I just pulled info and sent it to you.
Right. It took, and whatever people had on Instagram as far as what they were eating for the day.
Yeah, I just send that to you.
Their pictures of food.
Yeah.
Like that looks like about 10 ounces of chicken.
I would just tell you that.
Get them to do that. Yeah.
No, so, but, you know, tell us about your year.
Well, leading up, so the 2 shows, but leading up to that, I had a phenomenal off-season. I mean,
you did.
There were areas that I needed to work on. There was you know, body parts, of course, just as everybody does in bodybuilding. And I had a good year building up those body parts and keeping my size. And then you took me through a great regimen to keep the lean mass while I dieted down. And so, absolutely, for me, the best package that I've taken to the stage, my best showing personally, and I couldn't be happier.
Well, you know, I mean, you know, and you came out of it with a lot better placing than last year too.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? Yeah.
But
that aside, I wanted to see that improvement, and then if I can do that improvement again next year, I mean, it lights out.
I think also too, probably the highlight for you was just the immediate feedback from some of the judges that you know really well.
Exactly.
You know, guys that you trust.
Texting with them and I mean, it was exactly the feedback that I got immediately, and not just from them, from other people in the industry and even the fan base. Like, as much as guys just try to blow smoke and do whatever. Showing some of my posing from North Americans, and I was tighter and leaner than I've been, for sure. Right.
And what would you weigh here, like 265?
I weighed in at 268. Yeah, probably about that 265 mark, and then on stage, and then 271 at Canadians. But you know, I'm so happy with how it looked, for sure.
And it was funny because, you know, I had the year off, so I was in the crowd watching the super heavyweights, which I've been in so many times, that to look at it from the outside was like totally really different. Sort of, like, you know, this is what it's like to watch my class. And when you came on stage in your initial group, I just, you know, because I know you so well and we're friends and we train together, and I looked at a million pictures of you, I forget how huge you are. And you came out on stage in a lineup of guys that are good. Like, you had, like, Johnny was in your lineup, and you know, guys that had placed really high were in your lineup, and you were monstrous. And so it's the the next year is, you know, I mean, I can just see what's going to happen.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
it's all
and
coming.
you and I talked about that. I mean, we've had the conversations as trainer and trainee, like for the last 16, 19, 20 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
And certainly that aspect of it, the size, we're not worried about, right?
No,
the size is there.
God.
Certain body parts, again,
Yeah,
you kind of want to make sure that the symmetry stays even and that kind of thing. But that's the side point. Now it's the conditioning, it's the thin skin, it's that dry look that I want to get on stage.
Right.
And everybody's body is different, and trying to just nail that is
and I think you took it up a notch. There's another notch to go.
Exactly, and it's just a matter of figuring out where that is.
Now, what expos did you work this year?
I was at the Arnold.
You were at the Arnold.
I was at the bodybuilding.com Expo in Boise.
Right.
I stopped by Toronto. I wasn't there as an athlete.
Right.
I was there anyway. And then the Olympia.
Well, you know, this is, you know, probably the funnest one because it's the year end for everybody.
Right.
So there's like this mood in the air. Everyone's kind of relaxing, having fun. And it makes it fly by.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, as things advance, I mean, you know, you might wind up in Feeble or Body Power one of these days, and they're 4-day expos. I mean, those are crazy. And by Sunday, we're just leaning on stuff, trying to keep your heads
exhausted,
up. But
this one is different for me because this is my 4th or 5th maybe Olympia that I've been to, but this is the first time working the booth. So this is the first time that I actually haven't seen the Expo, but I've been here for 2 days.
See, I guess I was remembering you at the Arnold, but thinking it was
this is my first Olympia. So usually I see the whole Expo, and this time I've seen 10 square feet and a path to the bathroom.
The path to this. Exactly. And you're in a really high traffic spot. So you're standing there meeting people. And you're just getting rammed with photos. So it's good to see. You know
why Ryan and the crew decided to put me in a high-profile spot, I have no idea.
Yeah, well,
scare everybody away.
Well, if we had you anywhere else, people wouldn't see you, right? You disappear in the background. You wouldn't get noticed.
I blend in.
Yeah, you blend right in. You know. Yeah. So, well, what's on the plan for you? What are you thinking about? You know, next year.
Yeah,
right. Get on stage.
So what we found, everybody knows, or a lot of people know, family situation. I've got a 10-year-old daughter. And leading up to this contest, Jill competes as well, my wife, and we've never had any issue with us doing prep together.
Right.
And then this year we found, and it's because Abby was in daycare and she, you know, was younger, and so didn't really see that separation. And now this year, Jill took the year off and spent the entire summer with Abby while I was doing prep, and we really noticed that made a huge difference. So next year, Jill's doing nationals. We were thinking that maybe I would take the year off in order to be with Abby, but it's tough. I mean, as soon as, when I'm dieting, the 3 days before contest, you think, I'll take next year off. Yeah, for sure. And then 3 days after contest, when you're carved up and you had some cheesecake, you're I got to go back.
Almost every year I say, this is it. I need a break. And then the only time I ever do take them is if there's like something forces you, like an injury or something like that, you know. But I know it's hard to passively take a year off.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm slightly debating, but with nationals for Jill being a week after nationals for me, that's pretty good. And then they're early in the summer, which makes a big difference for Abby. Then we can spend the rest of the summer with Abby. So it might work out that we both do contest prep and compete together.
You coming to the finals tonight?
Not sure yet.
Okay.
Don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going. So if you're coming, we're going together.
All right. Like as a date.
As a date.
Okay.
We can.
Just buy me a drink first.
Yeah. I'm going to need a few drinks to date you.
The difference is your girlfriend is in the vicinity. My wife is not.
I know. Well, it's Trevor Mass Chaos KOOT, the KOOT, as he signs his text messages and emails. And
I only do that to you.
I know.
You started it.
I love it. 2014 Olympia Expo, live at the Mutant booth. Big Ron Partlow. Thanks for coming on, Trevor.
All right, man.
You bet. Go back, meet some more kids.
Yeah.